Also coached at Bradley in Peoria, Illinois. Took him to the Sweet 16. And on the other bench, leading the Titans, it is Dedrick Taylor. Taylor in his 9th season. Made the NCAA tournament in 2018. He's been an assistant at 5 different D1 schools and now the head coach for the Cal State Fullerton Titans. Aggies in the blue uniforms, Cal State Fullerton in white. We are underway as Ezra Mannion delivers underneath to Pepper, and it's taken away now by the Titans. Run down the floor, Milstead.
Well, you see right away, Cal State Fullerton is going to ram the ball down your throat. They get a steal, they push the ball. They're trying to get down the floor and smother you with their pressure on the offensive end.
Latrell Wrightsell. Anasicki flips it around to Torrey San Antonio. And a whistle away from the ball. And we'll be going back to UCDavis.
Of all 4 quarterfinals games, this is the one I've been looking forward to the most. This has become a bit of a heated rivalry the last 5 years. And you saw it back-to-back. I think it was 2017 is when UCDavis won the championship, Cal State Fullerton in 2018. And they have been nip and tuck back and forth for the last few years.
Elijah Pepper. Mannion back to Pepper. Pepper to Caleb Fuller. Fuller, a big game on Tuesday against Cal Poly. Puts the ball on the floor and he scores. So Caleb Fuller, the junior out of Ipswich, England.
Now, if you're UCDavis, containing dribble penetration is massive against Cal State Fullerton. They have a lot of great perimeter players, slashers, guys that get to the cup. If you can keep them in front and force them to take contested outside shots, you give yourself a great chance to win the game.
To the basket, San Antonio, but an offensive foul as Elijah Pepper hit the deck. It's a turnover. The Aggies with the basketball again.
He's made drastic improvements on the defensive end over the last couple of years than he was his freshman year. Look, he gets right in front, does a great job of taking the hit, absorbing the contact, and now it's going the other way. Your Cal State Fullerton on this end of the floor, you got to get ready to go through screens, fight through them. UCDavis throws a lot of different type of screens at you.
Anasicki with a rebound. Cal State Fullerton with the basketball. Anasicki's got it. Hand off to Latrell Wrightsell. 3 ball, no good. Looked around to Vincent Lee. And Milstead driving. Lets that one go. Pepper on the rebound. He's got Mannion ahead of the pack. Bounce pass just a little bit behind him. He recovers, throws up the floater, can't get it to go, and Vincent Lee with a rebound.
Both teams leaving some points on the board early on here.
A bounce pass to Anasicki. Played in the low block by Christian Inegwe. Cal State Fullerton trying to get to the hoop. Dribble penetration there, and a strip by Pepper, and he's called for the foul. You see Jim Less saying, I don't like that one.
Well, I don't think he likes how his team has allowed Cal State Fullerton to penetrate. I mean, he's trying to prevent that. What you want to do with a team like this is you want to make them just be stopped in their tracks every time they try to drive. It doesn't matter who's got the ball, because all 5 players on the floor right now for Cal State Fullerton can penetrate the basketball. Keep them out. Force them to take outside threes or shots at the end of the shot clock.
At the line, Vincent Lee from Midlothian, Texas, a transfer from the University of Nevada. And that shot good. Two early going. Aggies with a basketball, and here is Inigwe. Off to Fuller. Fuller trying to lob it to the corner for Kane Milling. Aggies still maintain possession with 12 on the shot clock. Pepper down the lane. Nifty pass to Mannion, who scores.
Those 2 players right there, that's a 2-headed monster that Cal State Fullerton needs to be worried about. Elijah Pepper, Ezra Mannion. They play so well together. Pick your poison.
Lob pass way outside. It's Damari Milstead for three.
Cal State Fullerton has not shot the basketball well from three really all year. But if they get hot in this tournament, and they're already finished second place in the league by being a great dribble penetration team and outscoring opponents, now if they can get their threes going, oh my gosh.
Cal State Fullerton with the possession now. And on the line, a turnover. Stepped out of bounds.
So fundamentally sound. Elijah Pepper shot fake, got his defender in the air, and a great dish down and low to Ezra Mannion, and then just, fighting back. Damari Milstead, point guard. Cal State Fullerton knocking down the open three because dribble penetration brings the defense in, and they kick it out to open shooters on the outside.
There's Mannion out of Antioch, California, 5'11" sophomore, hands it to Kane Milling. Mannion back to Milling. He thought about it. He sends it cross court for Mannion. He'll fire. That went up over the top of the backboard, and that is out of play. So, ball back to the Titans. Cal State Fullerton, 18-10. Had a very good season. Finished second to Long Beach State, who moved on to the first semifinal with a win earlier today. Three-point try is good, and that is made by Trey Maddox Jr.
They are so good at opening the floor, dribble handoffs, dribble penetration, kick it out for threes.
Milling delivering to Fuller. Fuller triple team, steps through it. Mannion to Pepper, three, no. And Asicki with the rebound for the Titans.
Shot didn't drop, but that was amazing ball movement.
And an offensive foul. Looked like a bad screen down low by Asicki.
Well, spreading the floor open. All that activity is going to leave somebody open. And there it is. Elijah Pepper had to help on the drive. And it leaves Maddox wide open. So that's just what they're so good at. There's so much activity around the basketball. They leave guys wide open.
In the Big West.
Yep, got to pay attention to those details. Thanks very much, Molly. And, that's one of the big tricks of coaching, isn't it, Richie? Is being able to adjust on the fly, be flexible, make a lot of moves.
See those game plans that go over in shoot-arounds? Usually in the first 5 minutes of the game, you crumple them up and throw them away because you got to make an adjustment to something new.
Aaron Murphy has checked in for the UCDavis Aggies. Mannion with a basketball. Zone look here for Cal State Fullerton. Mannion drives, kicks it out. Pepper ducks under one man. Mannion with some room to the far side. Three ball, good. Kane Milling. Milling for three. It's now a 1-point game. Milling from Nantes in France. Lee pumps the pass to the left wing, gets it back. Trey Maddox Jr. Now the corner it goes. Maddox will let one fly. And the rebound touched last by a Titan, and that'll go back to the Aggies.
The Aggies are all very fundamentally sound team. A shot fake by Pepper, another shot fake by Ezra Mannion, and they got two defenders up in the air, finally kicking out to Milling for the three-point shot. Those fundamental little things that we just heard discussed, those little things make a big, big difference.
Open look, dead on three for Caleb Fuller. And the Aggies have pulled in front. Just a little over 14 minutes left in the first half. Into the game for the Titans is Ibrahim Famuke Doumbia. 14. Going right to the basket, and he grabs the rebound. Couldn't get back up right away, and he's fouled on his way up. So, Famuke Doumbia will go to the line. He's from Mali.
Yeah, this is great. You just kick. That's great. That's all just getting the defense inside the paint and then kicking out to an open shooter. Caleb Fuller's been so good in this tournament so far, has he not?
Great.
16-8 in the first game. And off to a hot start in this one. 5 points on 2 of 2 shooting.
Famuke Doumbia is a fellow countryman of Amadou Sow, who we just saw at UC Santa Barbara, both from Mali.
Yeah. How about that? You know, basketball in Africa has exploded over the last couple of decades, and you see it filtering into the college game. A lot of great players coming through the ranks.
Ade Adebayo right off the bench grabs the rebound for the Aggies. Here's Mannion. Mannion gives up the dribble. Finds Elijah Pepper. Right to the basket. Looked like he was looking for a pass all the way, and he realized, hey, I'm right here. I can shoot it. He's got two. There's right cell. Big rebound by Famouke Doumbia. And a shot missed. And a foul underneath. And it looked like Christian Anigwe and Ibrahim Famouke Doumbia had some contact there.
Well, I like what you see in E.J. Anosike. He's fighting all the time there, trying to receive the pass. Then he's fighting to get an offensive rebound. That's what makes him one of the best players in this league. It's multiple efforts to help his team in the same possession.
Mid-range jumper no good, and Milling with the rebound for UCDavis. Mannion stepped on the gas, but catching up to him was Reitzel. Anigwe again, back out to Mannion, whips it right. Pepper holding. Anigwe to Mannion. Mannion, a little fadeaway jumper, too much on it. Pepper getting the rebound, but a whistle and a foul right along the baseline.
You know, one thing you can always count on with UCDavis is they're going to screen a lot, and they're going to have a lot of big bodies in the game. You see them getting tied up in there on the rebound. Players falling to the ground. And Cal State Fullerton, they've got to be able to defend these big bodies on the offensive end of the floor. You know, UCDavis, I still don't feel like they've really gotten their rhythm. They've only played like 41 combined games the last 2 years. It's got to be some of the lowest in all of the country due to multiple COVID pauses over the last couple of years.
Leo DeBrule has checked in for the Aggies. Wearing number 10. On the opposite side of the court is Pepper. Now steps behind the line and lets one go. DeBrule gets the rebound and the putback right from underneath the cup.
See how hard-nosed he is? Tough-natured. Get the offensive board, go right back up.
That's a turnover and the ball back to UCDavis. So the Aggies, the 7th seed, with a 14-8 lead, 11:50 to go in the first.
And he is a young man capable of a double-double every single night. Averages about 10 and 6. Gets you a block a game, 1 or 2 steals. He's the kind of guy you want on the floor at all times because he can really fill up the box score.
Leo DeBrule with the basketball. Freshman out of Seattle, off to Elijah Pepper. Pepper will be around the basketball all night for UCDavis. DeBrule with it again. There's a lob to the corner. Good lead pass for Milling. Milling steps into the lane. Left-hander no good. And the rebound Anosike. Damari Milstead. Cut off by Milling. Lob to the low block right side. Anosike kicks it back out. They whip it around the perimeter. And a blocking foul on Elijah Pepper.
I got to tell you, that's a foul there. But UCDavis has really tightened up containing dribble penetration. No points in the paint now for Cal State Fullerton. Here, example right here. Passing the ball around. They're trying to get around somebody to drive the basketball. And in that case, Christian Bever stepped right in front. They thought it was going to be a charge. Instead, it was a blocking foul.
Trey Maddox Jr. guarded by Fuller. Throws it up over him and in. Bucket for the senior from Novi, Michigan, out of Oakland University. Spent 2 seasons there before ending up at Cal State Fullerton. Rebound, Damari Milstead from the Titans. Wow, that's a big one right there.
Yeah. And they come at you in flurries. They just come at you. They can score in bunches. And they get rolling, man. They are very difficult to stop.
Instead, filled it up. 6 points for him. Wide open to Brule. Big, strong rebound, Anasicki.
One-handed board?
Oh, he cleared some space underneath. Maddox, Anasicki. Anasicki's going to drive to the bucket. He scores 2.
Just like
first
that.
Basket of the game.
And that last foul by Elijah Pepper, I believe that was his 2nd foul. That puts him on the bench with foul trouble with 11 minutes to go. Since then, there's been like a 7-point run now for UCDavis?
It is 7-0 for Cal State Fullerton over the last 55 seconds.
Yeah,
so they got 7 and 55, which is good. And here's Anigwe with a dunk. That was one of those old-fashioned pre-legal dunks right there. You just kind of
couldn't touch the rim.
Went up over it and dropped it in.
Doesn't seem as dramatic.
No. Off the front of the rim, and Fuller picks up the rebound, and a man down behind the play. That's Anigwe.
Well, they got 3 subs coming in, the Aggies do. 2 for Cal State Fullerton.
Dedrick Taylor looking to get his team to advance. They went 11-4 in conference play. In the meantime, UCDavis 5-6. But as we mentioned at the outset of the telecast, UCDavis missed more games due to COVID than anybody in the conference. They missed 8 games.
Yeah, I just feel like they still don't have a rhythm. 2 seasons in a row I've said that. I want to play 23 games.
Cameron Baugh throws it toward the bucket. Aaron Murphy on the miss, and here comes Cal State Fullerton. I mean, you'll never know, but like, what happens if they won half of those games? What happens if they won 6 out of 8, 5 out of 8? Good bucket there. Damari Milstead. He's got it going now, 8 points.
Well, one thing you can always count on with the Jim Les coached UCDavis team, they're always going to be well coached. Oh, what is that calling?
Well, foul on Cal State Fullerton.
Coach Les squads are always well coached. They're detail oriented. You know, they run great offensive stuff. They're disciplined on defense. They work extremely hard. And let's see what happened on this play right here. Caleb Fuller, great little in and out move. And it looked like to me Damari Milstead just popped in there trying to get a piece of the ball, ended up fouling it.
His first foul, 4th on the team. Each team with 14 fouls. Finds Mannion, and it's battled for. Murphy comes up with a loose ball. Mannion back with it. Mannion, 1,000-point scorer at UCDavis, the 25th player in school history to get to 1,000. But he's one of 7 to get it done in just 3 seasons.
Yeah. He's been a heck of a player. Ezra Mannion, starter since day 1. He's taken over that point guard. The point guard reigns ever since, and there's been a lineage of great point guards to come through here under Jim Les.
Anasicki takes the lob. Murphy on it. Left hand, switches hand, lay in with the right. What a play.
See, that's great touch. A lot of guys can make that move. Not everybody can finish with the touch that he has.
Cal State Fullerton has made 5 of the last 6 field goals, and they've taken a 3-point lead. Zone defense. Fuller tries to drive in there, but the foul picked up. A whistle and a foul. 36 to go here in the first half.
B.J. Anasicki, he can do a little bit of everything. Great player, first team all-conference, good spin, and the finish.
You can't be great.
As a sophomore, he was a first-teamer as a junior. And almost 16 points a game, almost 12 boards a game in that season. Decided to take his talents to Tennessee. Didn't play as much there. Of course, it was a COVID year. Played in the NCAA tournament. And now here he is at Cal State Fullerton. Absolutely, again, one of the best players in the conference.
UCDavis with the basketball. Pick up action again. Ba. Open look. And Fuller with the miss. Trying to track down the loose ball on the far side is Kane Miller. Now Ba dead on three.
Got to give all the credit to Kane Milling on that one. Chasing the offensive, rebounding it, pursuing it, coming up with it, and then dropping the dime.
Inside Anasicki, and a blocking foul. And right there was Kane Milling inside the restricted area arc.
Yeah, that's what most fans don't understand. The inside there, it's an automatic block. Look, Kane Milling kicks it out to a wide open shooter. Cameron Ball knocking down the three-point shot. You know, Cameron Ball is a guy who can get hot if he has time and space. Knock that shot down in an opportune time.
On to Anasicki on the inbound. Down to 7 minutes to play, first half, tie game, and a blocking foul on UCDavis. And it'll be against Aaron Murphy, his first. Freshman from Modesto, went to Modesto Christian High School. Very good high school basketball there at Modesto Christian.
Yeah. A lot of great players come out of there, don't they?
Sure do. All up and down the Golden State's coast.
Right.
I mean, California is just a hotbed for talent anywhere. Right to the rack, that's a block, and it is knocked out of bounds by UCDavis, so Cal State Fullerton will maintain control.
And Negway there, you know, again, he's the insurance policy. His teammate gets beat off the bounce, and he's there to recover.
Up to Anasicki again on the inbound. He pulls up, and the pull-up pop is good. Anasicki with 6 points. Gives Cal State Fullerton a 2-point lead. Ezra Mannion. Started by Maddox, and now gets it across court to Kane Miller. Back for Mannion. He'll drive, he'll change hands, and will not score. We'll go back to the Titans.
It's the right play against that zone. It's a 1-3-1 zone. You're leaving gaps from the top of the key in the wing open. And then you're going to have some corner looks at a three-point shot as well. Maybe some short corner action, too. That's exactly what Mannion did. He just went right down through that hole, through that gap, and just couldn't convert on the layup.
Milstead. Entry pass. Anasicki blocked from behind by Negway. Here's Bob. He'll pull up for three.
Oh!
That's his second three ball.
His 9th and 10th three-pointers on the season.
UCDavis with a 1-point edge. There are 5 lead changes. Prior to that, now 6. Anasicki just muscling his way toward the basket.
Muscle's the right word. I mean, he'll pull up a little mid-range, knock it down with great touch, or he can just body you up all the way under the rim and then make a play himself.
Especially with Elijah Pepper on the bench with a couple of fouls, it's going to be tough to get another body that they could put on him or switch off on it. Ba will try it again. This time he misses. Anasicki the rebound. But UCDavis cannot afford to be shorthanded in any department tonight. Loose ball, out of bounds, and that'll go back to the Aggies.
Back and forth battle here in Henderson. Great block shot by Negway, and then on the fast break, Cameron Ball feeling good, just knock one down. What's another one?
So we will stay here as Romagnon brings the ball down the floor. Caleb Fuller from the free throw line, trying to make a backdoor pass. Ball still alive to Ba, quickly passing to Fuller. Straight on three, no good. Anasicki gets another rebound. Damari Milstead backing down. Gets doubled briefly. Mannion guarding him. Anasicki has been a force inside. He gets the ball again. He'll go to the line this time. What do you like about what you've seen from the Titan offense tonight?
Well, you know, what they've always done is what they're doing tonight. They're just not, they're not getting as many, at least early on, weren't getting as many points in the paint. It's starting to turn the corner a little bit with Anasicki doing his thing. He's so physical, strong, thick upper body. He's able to muscle his way to the basket, as you had mentioned earlier. But they've always been a team that shares the ball really well. They get great ball movement. They catch the ball on the perimeter. They sweep, rip it, and they drive downhill. And that's just how they are. They've always been good like that. Great slashers, always attacking, and with great spacing. So they're doing all those things. It's just they're playing a really good team in UCDavis as well. He's doing a lot of the same things on the other end.
Anasicki, the first in the double figures with 10 points. And checking in between free throws was Elijah Pepper, back in the game with 2 fouls. Jim Les gets him off the bench with a little over 4 minutes to go in the half. Mannion to Miller. 16 minutes gone by in the first half. Here's Pepper. Hook pass to Mannion. Mannion steps back behind the line. Couldn't get it to go. And the loose ball is taken by Cal State Fullerton, but there may have been some contact. Francesco Bora, who just entered the game, guilty of the contact. 3-point lead for Cal State Fullerton. 3:48 to go until halftime.
Malama is to cherish and protect.
About Anasicki. We're in the first half, and he's 3 rebounds away from a double-double.
Yeah, I know.
You know? And Cal State Fullerton actually has 5 less field goal attempts. They've coughed up the ball a few times. They're shooting a higher percentage, though, than UCDavis is.
Well, the Aggies get the rebound, Elijah Pepper. Well, one thing to notice at this point, Cal State Fullerton 5 for 8 from the line. The Aggies have not gone to the line in the first half.
Wow, that's
They don't have a free throw attempt.
That's a little crazy.
Shot clock's under 10 seconds. And now Fuller kicks it back out. Mannion dancing through the lane. It is off the back rim. And Anasicki, another rebound. That's his 8th rebound.
Well, you haven't had Elijah Pepper in until now, since the 11-minute mark. And then you have Ezra Mannion, who's now 1 of 8 from the field. Your 2 top scorers.
Boy, what a pass. Just couldn't finish. Milling to Pepper. Pepper baseline. Back outside. Gets the return feed from Mannion. Mannion again. Now Milling missing on the 3. Rebound. Bora. Another 3-ball attempt. This one from Pepper. And this time it's Anasicki. His 9th rebound. There's a 3. Trey Maddox Jr. 7-point lead. UCDavis had a couple of shots at it, couldn't get anything to go. Titans walked down the floor and nailed one.
I know. Shooting at a higher percentage.
And that one's good for Caleb Fuller.
It's a lid on the rim for UCDavis. And you look at Ezra Mannion and Elijah Pepper's stats combined. They're 2 of 12 from the field. Those 2 guys are over 30 points per game combined.
Milstead flying through the lane to score 2.
It's what they do. They attack and they keep attacking.
He's into double figures now with 11. Mannion caught underneath the basket. Milling. Fuller. Hand off Mannion. Mannion pulls up. Back to Fuller. He'll launch a 3. He'll hit a 3. Caleb Fuller now 2 for 5 from behind the arc.
10 points. He's really picked up the scoring load the last couple of games.
Jalen Harris Number 0 in the game for Cal State Fullerton, driving the lane and getting the bucket is Latrell Wrightsell Jr.
Jeez. They just keep coming at you.
Slash with the instructions. 53 and 1/10 second remain in the half. Here's Mannion. These two teams compete, no question about it. They played each other on the final day of the regular season last weekend. And the Titans came back to win it 62-59. But it wasn't that simple.
No, that was the game where Cal State Fullerton was actually down 9 points with 4 minutes to go and ended up beating UCDavis by those 3 points.
It was only the second time the Aggies lost when leading with 5 minutes or less. And a 3 for Trey Maddox Jr. Diedrich Taylor wants the time.
Wow, Cal State Fullerton now has 3 players in double figures. Maddox 11, Milstead has 11 as well, Anasicki. And Maddox doing a great job shaking free his middle.
I had to use my fingers and toes to figure that out. 3 for 4.
You only have 4 of them?
3 for 4.
Yeah.
On 1 foot.
It happens.
Some pressure being applied by the Titans. Inside of 15 seconds left. Fuller will try to get it to the basket. In and out. And Anasicki with a rebound and a first half double-double. His teammates know it too. They're all up, standing up. Guys on the bench.
I would have liked to have seen UCDavis hold this for the last shot, because now you're going to give Fullerton an opportunity to get some points on the board. There it is. That's a 10th rebound. What a weapon. So you guys got 3 guys in double figures. One of those guys, Anasicki, who now has a double-double in the first 20 minutes. And you have UCDavis, who is really struggling to score the basketball here. Everything going the way of the Titans.
8th double-double of the season for Anasicki. And just talking about the rebounds, Richie, his career high is 13.
Oh, wow.
That was against CSU Bakersfield on the 5th of February. And he's got a really good chance to set a new career high here tonight. But
no doubt.
Damari Milstead, good first half. Really good first half for.
And that can't happen here in the second half.
It's your time, Coach. Good luck.
All right, Jim Les, first coach in NCAA Division I history to win games in 4 different postseason tournaments. The CBI, the NIT, the NCAA, and of course here in the Big West, winning one already.
Yeah. So in the first half, UCDavis, they're not shooting the ball well, 31%, right? And Cal State Fullerton near 50%. But here's the thing, UCDavis has 8 more field goal attempts. They've gotten offensive rebounds, they've forced turnovers. They're just not converting on the offensive end. And maybe this will change the ways for UCDavis, that layup from Negway.
Yeah, Negway with another bucket. Jim Les saying to Molly that 37 points is really a lot for them to give up in a half of basketball. So he seemed pretty disappointed with the defense. Anasicki lost the handle on that shot. Gets it back. And Milling almost took it away. And a step back jumper for Latrell Wrightsell. Lead back to 10. UCDavis in the first half, 31% from the field, 31% from 3. Again, one of the odd numbers, no free throw attempts at all.
Yeah, that's the craziest one to me. Now, you know, Fuller in foul trouble, Mannion struggling. Those are 2 of the guys that get a lot of free throws for you.
Stepping inside the line was Milling. The rebound to Latrell Wrightsell.
If you're UCDavis, you got to continue and say, look, you got to continue keeping the guy in front. You'll take that contested shot.
Bang! That one's good from Wrightsell. He's falling away, makes the bucket. He's got 6 points. Mannion pulls up, no good. Elijah Pepper battling Reitzel for the rebound, but Reitzel wins it. High lob off the glass. Battling for it is Vincent Lee. But here comes Pepper the other way. Got to the bucket. He's asking for a foul, did not get it.
This has been a struggle.
Reitzel steps into the three ball, hits it, and is fouled.
I tell you, UCDavis's offense is struggling, but Cal State Fullerton is capitalizing on every single opportunity. Might have broke it way open with that shot right here in transition. A little flip back pass. I love those. Kind of shield the defense away and allowed Reitzel to knock down the three-point shot on the trail.
At the line, Latrell Reitzel out of Omaha Central High School in Omaha, Nebraska. Cal State Fullerton over the last minute 25 is on an 8-0 run.
Wow. Smart.
And you think about the transition where Pepper got to the basket, couldn't score, and then that 4-point play the other way. That has been a big change of direction. 45-29. Jim Les has to talk it over. So will Dietrich Taylor. Total from the field. And his team up 45-29.
The big issue here right now for UCDavis's offense is the fact that their two leading scorers, Pepper and Mannion, are combined 2 of 15 from the field right now. And that's what they're really missing. You know, if some of these buckets are going down for them, I think they're playing a little bit better on the defensive end. They haven't given up this many points at this point in time.
Yeah, they lost Pepper early in the first half to 2 quick fouls. So he went on the bench for a while, came back with about 4 minutes and change left. So he didn't play all that much in the first half. High lob to Mannion. Fuller, now Pepper. Quick speed, Mannion, 7 seconds to shoot. He'll turn, face the basket, and hit. This from Mannion. That's just his second basket. He's got 4 points. And Mannion's a guy who averages over 15 a game.
Yeah. Yep. He's capable of getting hot, though. That can get him going a little bit.
Well, sometimes you just got to find a game for yourself out there. It's not there every night. Vincent Lee, offensive foul.
You know, Vincent Lee has always been a strong, big player. He's used to be a little bit more out of control. This is clear as day, to my opinion. Look at this right here. Vincent Lee just turns around, uses his left shoulder. Right there. Boom. That's clear as day. I mean, and he got hit in the face. I think that's why.
We talked about rebounds, rebounding advantage. Cal State Fullerton 29-17 coming into the second half with a rebounding advantage. 21 of those 29 have been on the defensive glass.
Wow.
And again, Mannion only 4, Pepper only 2. You mentioned it earlier, Richie, the fact that 2 leading scorers just have not been on the score sheet. Fuller trying to make up for it. Pepper skying for the board. Milling on the baseline. Negway to the bucket. He's got 2. And Negway with 6 points in the game.
That's a little bit of a run. Back-to-back possessions for UCDavis. Cal State Fullerton keeps spreading out. They like this little dribble weave action. Loosens up the defense. They look to attack.
Anasicki hands out to Milstead. Milstead taking his time. Pass inside Anasicki, and a whistle. Foul right before. It looked like Anegwe got a body on Anasicki. That'll be a foul on him.
Well, props to Anasicki. Did a great job of posting up right there in the middle of the paint. That's hard to do. His teammates are spread. He's right there on Anegwe in the middle of the paint. See it right there. This is good stuff. And the delivery is impressive. Trey Maddox Jr., great delivery down inside to him. All he's got to do is go one-on-one in the paint and he gets fouled.
And Anegwe's got to come out. 4 fouls on him. So he is in serious foul trouble right now with a lot of time to go in the second half. And Pepper gets that inside position and rips down the board. 12-point edge. Here's Mannion, lots of time. Murphy trying to go up over the top at Anisicki with his 13th rebound of the game. And he has just tied his career high. Ripped down 13 boards on the 5th of February against CSU Bakersfield.
That's going to be 3 fouls on Elijah Pepper trying to make a defensive play.
So fouls, big problem for UCDavis with over 15 minutes to go in the game.
Power isn't born.
For right zone.
It makes it so hard to defend when you have guys playing and clicking on all cylinders like this. Who do you stop? You usually have to pick your poison. You can only stop usually 1 or 2 players and leaves other players available to score, but everybody's shooting at a high percentage right now.
Milstead holding. Now Maddox going with the left hand down the lane. Throws one up. Knocked around. And guess who comes down with a rebound? My goodness.
Wow.
Anisicki with a strong rebound. He'll be heading back to the line.
Oh, my.
And his 14th. Brand new career high for him.
How about that? Look at this right here. He's in there. Ball's bouncing around. Third effort. Gets to the basket. Now, here's my question for you. Is he going to finish with more points or rebounds?
You know, that's a good question. Right now, I'd say rebounds. But he's got to hit his free throws.
11 and 14.
Yeah, he's got 3 more rebounds than he does points.
Does he got 20 rebounds in him? You think he could have?
I think so. With this much time left. And the fact that he's just camped out in the paint.
He would join Abubakar Traore from Long Beach State, who's had a pair of those 20-plus rebound games. He could pull that bad boy off.
Murphy holding. And Fuller.
Don't call the foul. Thought it was going to be a travel.
Draws the foul. Well, here's. I'll take a look.
Here's right here. Oh, yeah, I see the foul. Slapping down with the basketball, Trey Maddox. Having a funny, friendly conversation with the official over it.
Mannion looking for the basketball, but hasn't been put into play yet by Milling, who throws it out to Murphy. So Mannion and Pepper, season lows in points in Big West games, 8 each. Both on the 5th of March, and both against this Cal State Fullerton team. 37 minutes in that game for Mannion, 38 minutes in that game for Pepper, 8 points each, and now they're looking at the low end again tonight. So it seems as though Dietrich Taylor and his coaching staff have found a way to defend those two.
They've done a great job at it. I like the culture of this program right now. I'm looking over at Cal State Fullerton's bench, and they're all on the feet. They're clapping. They're excited.
I mean, you can see one game where they do it, but in back-to-back games, there's got to be something there.
There's some game plan that I'd like to learn from him one day.
Murphy. He can't make that one go. Here's Jalen Harris. Harris down the middle, down the lane. Murphy to Mannion, and now the Aggies with the basketball again, trying to close it. Pass inside, Pepper, quick shot, that's good for 2. 4 points for Elijah Pepper. Lead back to 10 for Cal State Fullerton. Fullerton looking to advance to the semifinals. A foul on Murphy. He's being watched closely after that reaction. He will not get a technical. Murphy picks up the foul. He's in foul trouble now. He's got 4. So 2 players for the Aggies with 4 fouls, Murphy and Christian Enegwa.
Nothing going well for UCDavis right now.
Cal State Fullerton nearly 4 minutes without a bucket. And that'll extend as Pepper gets the rebound.
UCDavis has to capitalize on it, though.
Pepper ducks under one man, shovels it out to Mannion, and he can't connect on the three.
2 of 13.
Hey, think about it. You got a 4-minute scoring drought, and you're still up by 10?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, UCDavis isn't capitalizing on the fact that Cal State Fullerton is not scoring the ball.
Scramble. That managed to stay in bounds. Pepper tied it up, and the possession arrow will give the ball back to UCDavis.
So you see the official talking to Caleb Fuller, I think one of the Cal State Fullerton players too. I like officials who will take the time to speak to a player and teach him something. Well, not every player, not even coach even knows all the rules. But an official will explain to you the rule, and a good one will explain the rule to you and explain what you did wrong in the situation.
It's always good to see. You do see a lot of conversation, and it's general conversation, not complaining. Although you do see a little complaining, but you will see a lot of conversation, as you mentioned. Offensive foul pushing off Damari Milstead.
The scoring drought for Cal State Fullerton continues. With UCDavis, they're kind of in a scoring drought too. They can't come back.
Well, the Titans are 0 for their last 5 from the field down the floor, 1 for their last 7.
There's the foul. Saying the foul was on the screen. Is that what they called it on? I'm unaware on that one.
The Aggies will take the basketball. They'll be happy with the possession here anyway.
It's not like they're not running, excuse me. Not like they're not running good stuff. They're just not dropping, like I say right there. I mean, that's good offense. It's a good play. Got the ball in the hands of a great shooter in Elijah Pepper. They're just not converting any shots from their best scorers.
UCDavis had been on a 6-0 run, but they're 1 for their last 8 from the field.
Window has been open.
Francesco Bora picks up a foul. So Bora will come out, and Cameron Bach comes back in.
So that tells me they're going small. Elijah, wow. Caleb Fuller is their biggest player on the floor for UCDavis at 6'5".
Pass outside, 3 ball on the way. No. Sickie battling for the rebound, did not get it. UCDavis has it. Pepper alone at the other end.
So they play small ball, first possession, they get a layup.
Lead is cut to 8. And a timeout for Cal State Fullerton as Diedrich Taylor wants to talk things over. So UCDavis has taken advantage of a mini scoring run.
Really helped extend this lead for Cal State Fullerton and some pivotal points in the contest.
Damari Milstead running the offense right now. Hands off to San Antonio. Now back to Wrightsell Jr. Milstead and Sickie. It has been a while since Cal State Fullerton has scored. I mean, we're pushing 6 minutes now, and it's going to be longer.
That's the thing. The opportunities are there. The door has been cracked wide open for UCDavis, but they're not converting their shots.
Offensive foul as Dante Maddox Jr. got drilled in the lane. And the foul situation, that's number 7.
So look right here. UCDavis just out of control as Caleb Fuller throwing the ball, landing into a defender before he lands on his feet.
It's only the 3rd turnover for UCDavis.
Taking care of the ball, they're just missing shots. And like I said, they're running great stuff. They're just not converting the looks.
16 of 51 from the field.
I'll get you.
They've had shots, they just haven't fallen. That one does fall, And that ends a scoring drought of 6 minutes and 17 seconds for Cal State Fullerton. Lead back to 11. Mannion whips it to Miller. Open look for Pepper. Now Fuller for three. And another rebound for Anosicki. You wanted to know if he had 20 in him? We're getting closer. That's 17.
Oh, wow.
He pulls up and he scores off the glass. Milling commits the foul.
How about that? Fullerton leaving the door open for UCDavis to make a run, but making mistakes on the offensive end, but not Cal State Fullerton. Had a little drought there for a little while, and now back-to-back possessions, a chance for a three-point play, and it is 6 points.
14 points for Anosicki. UCDavis now hasn't scored in over 2 minutes. 2:01 and counting. I like that little head fake Anosicki gave just before he made his move. And Mannion on a friendly rim. It hasn't been very friendly for UCDavis. They're getting to the basket. The ball not cooperating with the rim. Anosicki has it swatted away by Fuller. Aggies on the run. No look pass to Pepper. He'll score. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line for a possible three-point play.
It's much needed. It's Caleb Fuller. He's a lefty. Made a great no-look pass with his right hand, leading Elijah Pepper to the basket. This is beautiful right here. Led him to the basket and just allows Pepper to use his individual talent to get the and one.
Pepper knocks that one down. Coming into the ball game now for UCDavis is Leo DeGrule. Ezra Mannion will have a seat. Elijah Pepper with 9 points. Leading scorer for the Aggies is Fuller with 10. Only Aggie at double figures. Fuller, the near steal. A good save by Richie Schuler. He protected the video monitor. And there's Milstead with a three. And he looked right at you, Richie, right after he made it.
Did he really? Wants a little love on the family of networks.
14-point lead. I know those monitors are expensive, so somebody appreciates you saving that.
Yes. Nope. Now, you're looking at the numbers right here. UCDavis, 31% from the field, 22% from three. Over at Cal State Fullerton, they've made 67% of their threes, and gosh, 45% from the field. I mean, this is exactly how I thought the Titans would play. I just thought UCDavis would score the ball a little bit better.
A little long on that. Rebound number 18.
How about it? I'm rooting for him to get 20. Gosh, with this much time left, are we looking at a possibility of 25?
Actually, that's his 19.
Oh,
his 18. He's got one more.
In the ante. Wow.
Step back. DeGrule battling. That's out of bounds. And that one off of Torrey San Antonio of Cal State Fullerton. So UCDavis with the ball. UCDavis with a season-low field goal percentage of 37.5%. And that was on the 5th of March, last day of the regular season against Cal State Fullerton. And wouldn't you know it, same opponent. Yeah, they've got a low shooting percentage as it is, 31.5%. So they're 6 points lower, 6 percentage points lower in their shooting percentage than they were on Saturday.
That's amazing. Yeah, and I hate to beat a dead horse, but I mean, they're two best scorers. They're partners in crime, Mannion and Pepper, playing so hard and doing so many things great. They just not knocking down the shots that they normally make. Especially now, Mannion, he's the one who's really struggling with that.
San Antonio stripped. Pepper steps to the basket and it rolls out. I think Jim Les is going to check and see if there's a lid on that basket, because it just has not been good for Davis.
Oh.
And there he goes again. Milstead, another three.
My goodness. 5 of 5 from behind the arc.
Outstanding night for Milstead. He has 20 points.
He hasn't missed a three-point shot yet. Look at this. And he almost looked like he knew it was coming. Look at the bench. The bench is excited. Almost passing out on the sideline. Good times. That's what college basketball is all about. Having fun, right?
These guys are having fun tonight.
Milstead is a 32% three-point shooter. It's 5 of 5.
No, not tonight. 100%. The bounce pass right to the basket. There he goes again.
If you're
22 points.
If you're shooting so well like that, now the defense is going to guard you tight, and you get a chance to drive to the basket if you can.
And Fuller fouled on his way to the hoop. Aggies are 7 for 22 in the second half from the field, looking to improve that over the final 7:41. 59-42, Cal State Fullerton.
At least 3 layups going to the paint, into the paint, I should say. And then obviously those 5 3-pointers as well. So he has been really dynamic in this game.
It's close to his career high of 26, which was just last week on the 3rd of March against UC Riverside. He's been playing very well lately.
We got to peak at the right time, right?
You don't want to peak too early.
No.
You know, November, just give it a little bit. December.
Yeah.
Showing a little something, but not everything.
Exactly. And trust me, Cal State Fullerton is not happy that they finished second place in the regular season. They were very close to overtaking Long Beach State and couldn't finish it down the stretch.
Well, that's why in the KenPom ratings, the Big West was voted the #1 conference in America in terms of having the most competitive.
That's awesome.
Tournament.
Yeah. 8 champions in the last 10 tournaments.
Yanosicki. He is fouled. Fuller didn't want him to get another bucket. I'll make him earn it from the line. And that's the 10th foul that Yanosicki has drawn.
Unnecessary, they say.
That's the definition.
Yeah. All right, so should get 2 free throws and the ball back in this case.
Yanosicki 5 for 8 from the line. And 6 for 9.
How about this beard Dedrick Taylor's been growing out this season?
Hey, you like that, huh?
I do, yeah. It's stylish.
So here's Yanosicki giving the ball off to Latrell Wrightsell Jr. 61-44 in favor of the #2 seed, the Cal State Fullerton Titans. Long 3, that's all. And a rebound and a fresh 20. They'll take us under the 7-minute mark. Goes out of bounds, and the Titans will keep it. The look that Latrell Wrightsell Jr. just gave to one of the officials who was in his way.
Get out of my way.
He looked at him like, really?
I missed that one.
Down the middle of San Antonio, one-handing off the glass, and that's good.
They just carve up the defense, don't they? Everybody knew how they were going to do it. They just carve it up. UCDavis they just can't score. They're struggling to score.
I remember they had that scoring drought of better than 6 minutes, but now they've made 6 of their last 8 field goals. Yeah, that's the thing about college basketball. It's runs in droughts. Scoring runs, scoring droughts. They all happen. Take a peek at them in 5 and 10 minute increments, and it really tells a good story about the game.
Different than professional basketball?
Well, they have droughts too, but they play 4 quarters.
True that. Good call.
The timing's a little bit different.
4 periods instead of 2.
Yeah.
Well, women's basketball in college goes 4 quarters. There's been a lot of talk in recent years that maybe men's basketball goes that way.
Would you like to see that, or do you prefer the 2 halves?
Me personally, I like 2 halves.
I'm with you.
I like the timeout structure. I like the pace of the game when it's that way.
Quick turnaround jumper, no good. And flying for the rebound was Reitzel, and he and Fuller battling for the ball. Possession arrow favoring Cal State Fullerton. It's going to take a little bit to see who's got possession. This looks like a fumble in football.
Yeah.
Who's got it?
Trying to peel people off the scrum. All right, missed shot here. Scrum for the ball. So you just go possession arrow, in my opinion, right?
The lob inside now with the basketball. Trey Maddox Jr. High screen. Anasicki. Maddox holding under 10 seconds on the timer. He'll step into a 3. And a long rebound for Kane Millen. Mannion spinning toward the basket. Swatted away by Trey Maddox Jr. In transition. Loose ball grabbed by Elijah Pepper. The Aggies with it again. And that's given away. And watch out. Here comes Harris. He'll just lay it in. And now Cal State Fullerton leading by 20. Their largest lead in the ball game.
I think going to burn one here. Yeah, there it is. Well, the defense by Cal State Fullerton has been nothing short of extraordinary, keeping them under a low field goal percentage. Mannion with the spin. Maddox says, going the other direction, and they get a layup the other way. You know, making your defense spectacular a little bit, but you can use a little bit of clock now. You can wait to the end of shot clocks. Most importantly, for Cal State Fullerton, you don't want anybody to get hurt. You know, you got 5 minutes left. Game's not over. Still a run here, I think, in UCDavis, but you just don't want anybody hurt. You got semifinals tomorrow if you pull out here victorious, and then championship on Saturday.
Bob inside and a steal by Trey Maddox Jr. Hands off to Damari Milstead. Game clock is now under 5 minutes to go. That's tipped by Million out of bounds. Here comes Vincent Lee. Anasicki will get a break. 5 points in the second half for him. He had a double-double in the first half. He's sitting right now with 16 points and 20 rebounds.
That's incredible. That's incredible. He got the 20 with plenty of time to spare.
Somebody stepped out of a shoe. There's a loose shoe on the court.
That's a Negway.
It is. Yep. He lost his.
Referee picked it up and ran with it.
Or shovel pass back to him. You ever try to put a shoe on that's already tied? That's not easy. I mean, when you're on the run, that's not easy.
That was amazing. It was almost like it's like rugby. He just took the ball and he flipped it back to one of his teammates. I appreciate the official doing that because he didn't want anybody to trip on it right here. Here's the shoe popping off of Negway, number 4. There it is. Just popped right off. Number 4 for UCDavis. And then after this play right here, you're going to see the official on the bottom go and pick up that shoe and take off running with it. That's funny.
Here you go. Good luck getting it on.
And Negway was like, hey, I need my shoe back. Slow down.
Pepper's shot good. Well, for UCDavis, you're thinking about, well, this is a big deficit. And their biggest deficit in the Big West game came on the 27th of January at Cal State Fullerton, 74-58. It had a 16-point loss. And they're seeing some of the same here tonight. 65-48. Titans with 10 team fouls, so UCDavis in the double bonus. A step back wide open is Trey Maddox Jr. Not going to make it fall, though. Right now, At this stage of the game, under 4 minutes to go, for the Aggies, what are you trying to do here, Richard? Just win each possession?
Yeah, and absolutely win each possession right there. I think it's time to start pressing full court. And they'll do a little bit of token pressure right here, but there's not going to be any trapping or anything like that going on. You got to score quick. You got to press. You're still down a big chunk. 3.5 to go, 15 points. They're calling a timeout here. Cal State Fullerton just in time.
Dietrich Taylor wants the timeout. 15-point lead for his team over the Aggies of UCDavis. 3:30 to go in this one.
There's a different way to treat
Mecca.
That's a good point, Molly. And you think about it for a second, because you've got 5 conference tournaments here.
Yep.
Not to mention the high school showcases in the summer.
Yes.
This is the home of the U.S. Olympic team. This is where they practice. The NBA Summer League is here.
Let's not limit it just to college basketball then. How about basketball in general?
Yes, this is a huge basketball town. Pepper to Mannion. Pepper gets the rebound. Up fakes, gives it out to Fuller. He tries the 3. And just not falling tonight for the Aggies.
Man, I feel bad for Ezra Mannion. Such a great player. It's a blocking foul, trying to get a charge by Elijah Pepper. That's going to give him 4 fouls, by the way. But Mannion, he's a fantastic player. He's 2 of 16 tonight in the big game. And he's a first-team all-conference player, yet just can't get the ball in the hole. Just one of those games. Came at a rough time for Mannion.
Just hasn't happened for them as a team from the outside. They're 5 of 24 behind the arc. That's just 20%. So sometimes, you know this, being a player and a coach, some nights you go, tough night for a bad night.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can usually, in basketball, it's great. Like in football, you got to wait like a week, a bye week, 2 weeks to kind of feel good again because you're getting a chance to play. There he is, 2 of 17 now. In basketball, usually it's like, all right, I had played a bad game. Let's just flush it away and focus. I got another game in 3 or 4 days, sometimes 2. Not now. This is going to hang with them until next fall.
Yeah, we were talking about this area, Vegas Valley, Henderson, and Las Vegas being a mecca for college basketball. All the college coaches are here in the summer.
I know.
They're all here.
Oh, yeah. If you're not recruiting, especially at Division I level in Vegas, somebody on your staff throughout the summer, you're missing out on a lot of talent coming through.
We've got some tremendous basketball at the high school level in this town as well.
100%.
Underneath, Vincent Lee and his pocket picked. Pepper off the hand of Fuller. Come the Titans. Under 2 minutes to go. 17-point advantage for Cal State Fullerton.
At this point in time now, again, Cal State Fullerton, you can't get anybody hurt. See it? Dietrich Taylor start clearing his bench. It's a good move, I think. You've got to rest these guys. You've got semifinals tomorrow.
Another possession. And timeout. He wants to get his guys in.
And it looks like both squads clearing their bench now. See Coach Les giving some players hugs on the way to the bench. And not a single senior on this UCDavis roster. Every single one of these players you've seen play tonight will be back in uniform next year. So this is building blocks for Jim Les's UCDavis squad.
Holding the basketball here, Dante Maddox Jr. He's been in the game. Cameron Carter, Grayson Carper, and there's a 3. How about that?
You know, it's funny is I was at a practice and I met Dante Maddox on his recruiting visit. Wanted to get into sports broadcasting. I talked to him and his dad, just casually just bumped into him. And sure enough, might be taking my job in a few years.
You didn't talk him out of it?
You got to be smart, man. Come on. I had a great conversation with him and his father. Great family from the Chicago area.
That's great. So at the line, is Leo DeBrule, who will shoot a pair. Makes the first. 19-point lead. DeBrule.
You know, tough season for UCDavis. They're going to finish 13-11 overall, but a winning record on a shortened season. They've had so many COVID pauses the last couple of years. It affected them again this year. Again, like I said, every one of these players expected to return, no seniors, and they will be disciplined and good all over again a year from now. And I expect them to be even better. Hopefully no more pauses. They can stay in a good rhythm all season long.
Grayson Carper handling the basketball. Going to get a shot off here with 5 seconds to go. Dante Maddox and Carper out of the corner. Teammates love it.
They do.
Lead is 21. DeBrule. 15 seconds to go. Cameron Baugh. Now DeBrule. He'll just send it toward the basket. He's got an easy three. Just such an easy stroke.
Looks smooth, doesn't it?
And now Cal State Fullerton can dribble it out. And they will get an 18-point win here. 73-55. Diedrich Taylor and the Titans moving on to the semifinals tomorrow night. 73-55.